Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad matatag.
Normally.
Lanes up, put that as a core in a lane. It's going to struggle there.
Oh, okay, so. Is that, that is Amara. Okay,
That's Amara.
No Amara Monkey.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Ori with the hook. It's going to be sidestepped though, but the whirling axe is coming. Fissure blocking a little bit, but the toss back up looks to be first blood for Aster. Only question is who gets it. It's actually Siamese Cat with the poison touch.
That's a flesh heap, though.
That is a flesh heap. That is true. But yeah, Snake King, what are your thoughts on the lineups? Okay, he's got his black hole. Coil only onto one, and it's the fattest hero in the game. So Ori's going to be just fine. Avalanche sets up the hook again. Taiga healing up, though, with those Nature's Attendants. As Yuragi gets bounced back, and he's going to get black hole. It's a solo black hole. Seb gets off the Echo Slam, but the Grave saving Ori. Dismember to give him a little extra HP, and Monkey King is dead. Ori trying to block the Fissure. He will live, though. Fissure kind of blocks off the pathway for Aster, though. As the Illusory Orb will find one for BZM. It ends up being a 1-for-1, but again, Aster very fine with this exchange.
I think Ori used like 5 blinks in that.
Scepter now that the Holy Locket is finished. Of course, that one, if I'm not mistaken, is when you take damage during borrowed time, it just heals your teammates, right?
Is when your ally takes damage, it auto sends them in this coil.
AoE, so you just stay outside. As Seb is dead, not even able to get off another Fissure there. So Ori, another Flesh Heap stack. Siamese Cat forced to. He's going to get stunned by the Boundless Strike, so OG do find a pickoff and end up kind of getting a trade across the map. BZM close to his Blink Dagger now. Has had the Witchblade for quite a while. And Seb in a lot of trouble. Gets off the Fissure. Rot continuing to do that damage over time. And here comes Yuragi. Faking his ult, gets a Boundless Strike, and now the focus is on the Ori. Of course, the Grave is available if they want to use it. Wukong's command is there as well. Able to get out of it, though, as the coil connects onto 2. Now the focus is on Dazzle, who has the Grave himself, so Siamese Cat will likely fall here in just a moment, but Seb dies, buys back into the game, has that Echo Slam still available. So with this, Aster will likely have to try to back off. As another missed hook here, as the cleanup crew is from Amar, taking out both Baboka and Siamese Cat. So OG, they lose one on Seb, buy back, and win the fight. And now they will attempt to go for the Roche.
Oh, wow.
And of course, with, they're thinking about maybe not going. I mean, Abaddon, a very good hero with the Curse of Avernus stacks. But XXS, he still has his black hole. The Malefice into the hook is there, but the instant fissure from Seb into the Echo Slam, just trying to take out this Enigma, and they do it successfully. Does have buyback. We'll see if he expended his Ori. Getting Grave from the high ground thanks to Siamese Cap with the Boundless Strike, keeping him in place. Monet trying to focus on Taiga himself as Ori just taking so much damage from this impetus. Taiga just rips him a new one. And Monet, he is horribly outnumbered here, but not afraid to continue this fight, apparently. The Avalanche toss from Baboka, trying to get off the ult. Monet just barely gets off the battle trance, but it's on a borrowed time target. He's going to heal up to a high degree, though. Yuragi gets hooked in the meantime as Ori gets off the Dismember, gets off the Boundless Strike with the Jingle Strike, but it's not enough to stay alive. Double kill for Monet, and Aster somehow have turned this around. Did expend that buyback from Ori, though, but they will likely go back into the pit as Roche did take a deep... He's invisible right now. Gets off the Waning Rift, and you can see XS trying to find him, but it is a puck after all. And Monet able to maintain the Aegis, still with a minute to go, as Ori's going to be spotted by Yuragi, but the focus is onto the Dazzle. The hook trying to save him, but the Echo Slam from Seb takes out the Dazzle in turn, and Monet actually pops the BKB, despite still having the Aegis for another 45 seconds. Kind of getting kited right now, but Ori, with a big Dismember onto Taiga, looks to be his death at the very least. So it's a 1-for-1 support for support, as we have the ultimate from Monet onto Amar, who already popped his borrowed time as well, so he's back to full HP. Aegis another 30 seconds, so they're likely just trying to wait this out. But Baboka getting into the backlines, gets a big avalanche, but he gets hooked by accident, and now Seb taken out by the right clicks of Monet, who has a double kill. So despite Aster not really executing everything to the capabilities that we've seen so far, they're just so... Or is it just... they still need more on top of that?
I mean, it's definitely a fight condition for them, because right now they just don't have enough juice, but with this Agnums, will give them a lot of power to bait the Aster team in and take a good fight.
Trying to save Siamese Cat. The Waning Rift comes with a coil onto 2 as Ori getting beat on by Yuragi and Taiga. So they lose their Dazzle, but it's via a trade for Seb. And Monet really ready to fight as the hook connects from Ori. You can see how slow he is. Must have taken that talent level 10 as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely out of control. Yuragi pops out Wukong's command along with his BKB, but Aster just walk outside. And they're going to attempt to TP out. Monet looks to be fine. So they found the two supports.
XXS, he's got no TP.
DM. Oh, yeah, right. He has absolutely nothing. So he's just dead. They get a core out of it at the very least. So 3 for 1. OG find a favorable fight for the first time in seemingly forever. But now the BKB online for XXS, and things continue to get harder for OG.
Taiga has an Orchid on Enchantress.
What? Really?
Yeah, he went for an Orchid.
Wow.
It's actually pretty good because there's a lot of channeling spells on both Enigma and Fudge.
Monet already popping the battle trance, and Yuragi just dies.
That's disastrous. Carry v carry, complete solo kill. That is worth popping everything for on Monet.
Siamese, they're going to put down the sentries, so BZM has vision here. Gets off the Waning Rift as well, and he's just dead. TP was canceled there from Aster, knowing that there's no point.
Yeah, but OG won't be able to get much from this because they don't have their carry alive. They just don't have enough damage.
HP, OG, I mean, they have good team fight in the pit with the Wukong's command and Echo Slam Coil.
Oh, the old double wraparound play.
Yep,
Yeah,
Aster trying to bait this out. Ori focusing on Amar for now as the BKB's already popped. He's going to use his ult along with the black hole onto 2 cores from OG, and already Yuragi is dead. Amar already pops that borrowed time, but he is surrounded, and it's only a matter of time before they can chew through him as a double kill for Monet and second Roche for Aster.
Yeah, the ATF was too late to press his ultimate, so then they focus fired him up.
But I'm just happy for Ori that he's finally able to get that pesky Taiga with the hook for once.
If we see the percentage on that, it's probably not the greatest this game.
No, it's
Yuragi on the trees can see all this. Monet trying to focus on Amar to start, but you can see Siamese Cat getting bursted with the Dagon. Echo Slam coming out from Seb as Amar pops his ult to try to heal his Seb up to good HP, but it's not going to be enough to save him. Double buyback on each respective side. Ori pops the BKB, dismembering Yuragi though. Yuragi trying to get out the Wukong's command. He does, but then dies a second after. And now Amar to the Whirling Axes. Double kill from Monet. So despite a pretty good initiation from OG, just not able to do much as this fight ends with a triple kill from Monet and BZM, the last member of OG alive.
Yeah, they have a creep wave
On the
going.
cord, just a few seconds.
They're just looking for a pick off here.
Yeah, and they can just use the cover of the creeps because somebody has to defend at some point.
Yeah.
You can see the orb. Monet, he's going to walk in the old-fashioned way. Not able to hit the Whirling Axes, but they spot Yuragi. He's going to get at the Wukong's command. Enigma's dead right off the bat, so a good start for OG, but the dismember inside the Wukong's command for Yuragi. Ori at half HP, just trying to right-click, but you can see Monet just ripping him a new one. 75 seconds of no Monkey King, and this looks to be the beginning of the end of game number 1 in favor of Aster, as they don't even need the buyback, it seems. The buyback comes out from Amar instead, the Dagon being used to full effect, but the GGs come out, and Aster just dominating in game number 1.
Yeah, they had some pretty decent lanes, but
Into this game, any sort of like even pacing from OG, the team fight is very overwhelming for the supports, right? They have the Elder Titan, the
Dawn ult into Chrono. It now works, kind of. Unlike before, that would actually stun you before you'd even land. Okay, we can see a Wraithfire Blast connect onto Siamese Cat. He's completely surrounded in first blood for BZM. That is the mid lane Pango. You're going to be very happy with that. Almost has his bottle already. Less active than we're used to seeing, but will be a trade for the tier 1s like you said. And we actually have a smoke on the 2 from Aster. And it is that Snapfire Chrono combo. And Yuragi, Chrono, Mortimer's Kisses to follow. And the Dawnbreaker ult just to make sure that they get this position 1. And they do so. And that ult remains on cooldown as mid lane Ori, it's almost out of mana, but zips away. Not able to take out Taiga, but the hammer from the side as XXS getting a nice Sidewinder kill there. As the swash is there, and attempted TP, Rolling Thunder does go off just in time. So at the very least, OG do get a support kill, but again, 2 deaths on that Wraith King. That hurts big time.
Yeah, the Wraith King was under a really good ward by the Snapfire, so they knew exactly his position.
BZM with that ult is going to connect. The Dawnbreaker all coming in though, and a nice cookie. Give Ori that extra space to get away. That does require the services of most of Aster. The big Starbreaker coming in, but it's canceled. Is that XXS? Might want to try to re-engage here on the Taiga as the Chrono comes out onto 2 with the Mortimer's Kisses as well. They'll find the support to start. Elder Titan ult not enough to really dissuade them from continuing, as that is a double kill for Monet, and Seb looks to be next on the list for Aster. And Aster again, just a great start to this game. And can they get more? Ori jumping Amar in the mid lane now, as the Aegis is taken by Monet. Maybe a little bit surprising it's not on the Storm Sphere, but he's going to zip on Seb, and Ori out of mana thanks to the Diffusal Swashbuckle. And Ori, he's going to get cookied to safety. Monet, not able to get anything off here as Ori looks to be just dead. The BKB pop from Amar, but there's the double man Chronosphere into the Kisses again, and the Dawnbreaker ult as well. That is one dead, but BZM able to get off his shard, and a nice curse comes out from OG, kind of resetting things. In fact, taking out XXS instead. A nice turnaround overall from OG. Now they're going to find Siamese Cat as well, the position 5 Snapfire. So despite losing Amar, OG showing some life in this game number 2.
That was excellently played by OG, but a huge blunder by Monet. He needs to...
Taiga should be fine unless they spot him. Ori still can close the gap. Okay, he does get off a Splinter Blast, Blink Dagger, but a zip from Ori. Taiga with a premature Cold Embrace, nice sidestep onto the Echo Stomp. Looks to be a freebie here for Aster as Taiga, just a couple more right clicks. But again, Ori out of mana now. This tier 2 tower finally fortified, but it will be brought down, which means the outpost might be going their way, although Siamese can't get taken out now. Blink Dagger being shown from Yuragi.
This is huge for OG. Finally, Yuragi has hit his 3-item timing.
Aster did lose their ward though, so they don't want to continue playing in that area. They want to play somewhere else.
Oh, BZM gets a nice double stomp into the Wraith Fire coming out from Yuragi, and the Blink Dagger to follow, but XXS gets off his BKB. Chrono onto 2, but a nice curse to try to counteract it. It's only half duration though, as the focus is now onto Amar without that BKB, and Yuragi still with that second life available to him. Dawnbreaker coming in, but XXS, he's going to take that swashbuckle damage. Gets off a nice Starbreaker into the blink, but not able to get out this time. So 2 kills go the way of OG. And now that Roche is up, surely that is where they're wasted BKB just in a defensive measure from Aster's side. As OG still not looking to get out of the base. Amar not doing that much damage to this building, but he's continuing to try.
They've got Mortimers now. I think they're going to look to go.
Yep, we have the Electric Vortex. There's the Mortimer's Kisses with the Chronosphere on top. He actually gets Ori not quite in the Chrono. I thought he got stunned there for a moment, but you can see the disarm coming out as Void in a lot of trouble, has to time walk out and not getting any damage out at all. XXS getting Static Link with the Amar. A little bit of right-click action as the mid lane of Rax is dead, and a jump in from Yuragi. 2 dead for Aster, as OG looking very good right now. Ori with absolutely no mana, and even the Dawnbreaker comes in and gets bashed right off the bat. Triple kill for Amar, as GG is called. OG tie it up 1-1.
Very nice play from OG, understanding what they had to do in that game. The boots level 3 timing. You just go a bunch of mana regen and spam out the spin for harass instead.
Yeah, BZM getting pursued by Ori. Gets the heavenly jump up here. BZM. Oh my goodness. Okay. Even after popping the Fairy Fire, Ori just stands there and kills them.
I think that was the level 3
CS, but when you look at the net worth, he does have a decent lead. As Amar getting a nice static link in the bot lane, but the Wyvern.
Zeus is going to hit 6 right now.
Pursuing from Monet. Yep, Zeus ult is close.
Just one more.
Siamese Cat is getting pursued now as well. Monet, though, he has to be a little bit careful. His time walk not quite available. And there's the Thunder God's Wrath from Ori, taking out Amar. And Taiga
gets a bash.
Looks like he'll find a kill for himself, but Monet will get the trade again. Nicely played from Aster. Good communication as well. Waning Rift in the mid lane with the coil expended from BZM leads to a pickoff onto Baboka.
This is huge. Baboka was able to tank the death for Ori, and
mechanism for for winning those fights. It's really more about the splits.
Yeah, but he's already working on it.
Oh,
As
no, Ori.
Amar, he's going to get off the static link along with his ult as Ori. He's going to get saved for the time being by Siamese Cat. But here comes the first chrono of the game. Thunder God's Wrath is there. Amar is dead. Now the question is, will Taiga be able to reciprocate onto Ori? Orb is coming. Coil is expended, so BZM comes in for the kill on Ori instead. That ends up being a favorable trade for OG despite the death onto Amar. Now all of a sudden this tournament, everyone's picking it up. Seb, you got to hold that thought, because I had to see that thunderclap come to fruition, but Impale with the mana burn. BZM's out of mana right now. Waning Rift to the high ground. Oh, he's actually going to dodge the Thunderbolt. Very nicely played, but BZM getting pursued again, and Ori still finds the damage anyway. And now Yuragi inside the curse gets off the spin, but to no avail. Aster, 2 huge kills for them.
Yeah, on top of that, Zeus is going to get this haste rune. That means he's going to be very hard
Is
to
this a trend in scrims or something like that? What's going on with this?
It's just so good versus Aster's heroes. All 5 heroes requires to get their spells off, and most of them don't even want to buy BKB. So this Orchid will come in very clutch if they're able to find the enemy heroes.
Yeah, we got the Waning Rift, the silence onto the Wyvern, so no curse to come. Taiga and company get a free pick off, but it's going to be at the trade of Taiga himself, as Monet is here to clean things up. And he is about 1,000 away from finishing Maelstrom on the Faceless Void. But yeah, we'll see how this Orchid works.
The Juggernaut right now.
Yep, XXS, his smoke is going to break. Looking to use that ultimate. Thunder God's Wrath is there. He's going to get stunned. Omni Slash, but there's the Cold Embrace for the save. Monet, not wanting to use the Chrono, but he's going to have to use it on his teammate and try to focus on the Enchantress. They can't right-click at all. So the Brewmaster dies before the split, and Monet has to try to time walk to safety. He's getting pursued now by Amar, who's taking heavy damage. Baboka looking for the Impale. He'll get it onto Amar, but he's going to get crushed. Cold Embrace comes and will be taken out eventually. Obviously there, Amar did die in that engagement, so it is a 2-for-1.
Huge blunder by the Wyvern.
Out the Chrono and the Wyvern ult. As Taiga into the pit now, Baboka, Vendetta. Spike Carapace is there with the Impale. Amar's already at half HP, and now Monet trying to focus on him, but the BKB comes out from Amar, getting out the static link as well. He's getting really low, has to walk to the other side though. And now Monet, with the time walk, reverses back to try to finish off Taiga instead and save Ori in the process. So they get the support in Taiga and Amar, but Ori gets deleted by BZM seemingly everywhere on this puck. Now Seb, he's going to take some right-click action from Monet. That's a double kill for XXS. And we'll see if that's enough for Aster going to the pit, but they actually found Yuragi with this Tornado and the Curse to try to counteract the Blade Fury for the time being.
They've smoked on OG, so they can definitely jump the back line.
BZM. See if he can get the jump now as Seb. He's going to get bursted. It's not quite enough for the kill. Blunster Blast does come in as Seb is still the one getting focus of all these heroes, and the Primal Split is used to take him out very effectively. Cold Embrace now, but the Chronosphere saving him for now as it's on 3 heroes. Can they get Yuragi inside? He's getting bashed repeatedly. So Aster coming out on top of this fight so far, but the snowball coming in from Taiga. At the very least, they will get Siamese Cat, so no more Cold Embraces to come. Taiga slowed to a crawl, finally will drop. And Amar, time walk in from Monet as BZM still in the pit. He's going to get another Waning Rift off, but he's going to get bashed. He has to be careful. Double bash, in fact. Gets off the phase shift. Not able to time the lightning bolt correctly as BZM to the high ground. Looks like he will finally get away. But again, XXS is not done chasing. Amar, that's who he has in his sights. And Monet and company will get another kill in their name.
Excellent initiation by OG, jumping the back lines.
His Orchid onto the Brewmaster for now is Monet. He's going to get snowballed on, but Seb is still there. Can they even kill this man? Doesn't look like it. Not even worth it for them as Taiga jumps in with that Walrus Punch, but he actually puts himself on the cliff. He's going to get impaled though, but he's still alive as Baboka. He's going to be punished by that Blade Fury. And he's dead, so a 5v4 situation for OG. Coil now onto 2, it's broken. No Chronosphere to work with still as the Omni Slash onto XXS. No Primal Split to work with, but he still lives through the entire Omni Slash. There's not enough damage there. And we'll see. He's gonna play it safe here, despite having the Aegis. Obviously no reinforcements at all at the moment.
Yeah, he's playing alone up there actually. He was bluffing, and Aster did not call his bluff.
You think they're gonna call Seb on this one?
Well, we'll see. Nimbus is there. Yeah, wow. All right, well, that's a lot of damage. Monet, he's going to pop the BKB, try to bait them into this Chronosphere. He's going to kill Taiga as a result. BZM looks to be fine, though, so 2 supports dead for OG. And this is going to kind of chip away at the timer on this Aegis.
Looking for a fight.
And we'll see if they find it. Baboka breaking it, but it doesn't look like there's a dust. In fact, Ori's found with this coil, but look at the damage done to BZM as a result. Now the save onto Ori to keep him alive for the time being. And the ult comes out from Siamese Cat as well as the puck. Very low on HP. He's going to drop it. It turns into a triple kill from Monet. Huge turnaround from Aster as Yuragi able to get that Omni Slash out. But like you said, there is the Cold Embrace again. Monet pops the BKB, gets a lot of his HP back, and now turning his sights to Yuragi. That is death number 1. The Aegis is down as Amar is trying to save his teammate, but another Bruise Split comes and another Chrono actually. Monet just came off cooldown, gets a nice kill there, and now onto Ryagi they go. And he is completely surrounded here, and he's going to be brought down. So a full team wipe for Aster, which started out as a pretty good initiation, it felt like, from BZM.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to get a ward up.
Yuragi, his smoke's going to pop. Baboka in the Vendetta form, trying to slow them down. Taiga onto the high ground. Early primal split. Monet goes in, but not able to get the Chrono off. As the Nimbus comes in and BZM might be caught out, he's going to get stunned right off the bat. Another right click will do it. He's going to get off his orb, but he's dead, and a gem drops. Big kill for Aster. Now Enchantress looks to be, they're just going to lift him up and ignore him. Like, God, I'm so sick of this Enchantress. Big mana burn on Yuragi, though. And he's going to get chronoed, and he's going to be brought down. 90 seconds of no jug. But again, that's going to align pretty nicely with this second Roche. So we'll see what Aster can get with these 2 cores dead.
Yeah, they've got good position for it. I mean, they've got a ward down to the high ground, too. Aster looks like they want to fight into it anyway.
BZM, he's going to pop the smoke, but there we see Monet going in to get some nice vision with that Thunder God's Wrath, and this will be a dieback on the Seb if he's bursted down, but Yuragi comes in with that Blade Fury Shard combination. Seb is dead. Here's the Chronosphere, but the counter curse is there. And the right click's being applied to Yuragi. Will it be enough? He gets off the Omni Slash at the last moment. The snowball coming in as well. Amar using the spider legs to get to the other side, but the static link will not remain. Siamese Cat is dead. Will buy back though. Baboka gets a beautiful impale onto Amar, who drops shortly after. Double buyback now from OG as Yuragi on the run, completely retreating here.
He needs the juke.
Trying to get pursued, but you can see BZM trying to create some space. The coil was used. Not sure if they caught anybody, but it's going to turn into a triple kill from Monet.
I see Yuragi.
And 2 dead from OG. Lifted up Yuragi. Does have his Blade Fury. Will use it, but the bash is there. Monet, another ult comes out from XXS, trying to get this stun up onto Amar. Gets off his spider legs there as well. That'll be a dieback for him if they're able to contain him. He's on the cliff. They see him. Thunderbolt is there as well. And he's just right-clicking as a Zeus, and it's going to be enough. And 4 dead in favor of Aster. BZM, the last remaining member, he's going to get bashed. Gets off the face.
And once this Aegis,
like you said, the timer on Nyx, he's still dead for 40 seconds.
yeah,
We'll see how much they care about that.
right now Aster's backline it really needs to be saved.
They want Seb. They're actually going to use the Primal Split, and there's the Void Spirit coming out as well. Seb, he's dead inside the Nimbus. 70 seconds of no Enchantress.
That was a nice
Still,
instance.
Monet, he has his Chrono. He's going to use it on Yuragi. Where is he? Where was he to begin this fight? He's going to get the Omni Slash at the last moment, though, to try to stay alive, but it's more of a defensive measure than anything else, as 2 are dead for OG, and Yuragi getting chased. But he will get his blink off with the Blade Fury. Zamar inside this Nimbus has to BKB in, again, a defensive measure.
They need to find the backlines of Aster. The story of this game is the Zeus and the Wyvern.
Yeah, but they run into Monet and XXS instead. Seb, he's going to take the Primal Split to himself, it looks like, inside the Nimbus as well. He's going to pop a BKB of his own. Do they have enough to rip through him? It doesn't look like, but the other side of the fight, the deletion of Siamese Cat is huge, but the Chronosphere coming out onto Yuragi with the burst damage from the Zeus. Is it enough? Yes, but the buyback comes out from Yuragi now. And Seb, they're still trying to go on top of him, but the instant sheep from Amar, can they turn this around onto the Faceless Void? Monet gets the time walk off, and he's very healthy indeed. And Taiga actually positions himself poorly because of the snowball, but there, the buyback from Yuragi coming to fruition now as the Blade Fury just ripping through this void. Buyback though, 2 of them from Aster. And it's another 5v4 in favor of OG, but they lose the puck and he buys back now. And Amar gets off another sheep, this time onto Ori. He finally pops that BKB, but another primal split comes out as Amar attempting to TP out. The bash, not there. So OG staying alive here, but the Impale coming out onto Taiga in the river. Don't think they can save him, so now it's a 4v4. Surely there's no buybacks available. I guess there's one on the Ench and Brew for now, as the next Roche is up, but Seb inside this Nimbus is gonna get spin help from Yuragi. But it looks like Seb will eventually fall. Finally, double kill from Monet. Took them that long. He was initiated on in this fight, and now he buys back. So OG.
Amar should be frontlining for his team because he is the only one buyback. He needs to be the one baiting.
And Nimbus to try to scout this out. That's one advantage Aster could have, but then again, you are playing against an Ench with creeps. Oh, but the jump onto Amar. There's the Chronosphere, but that is a dead Wyvern to start us out. It is a decent Chronosphere onto two, and Nimbus doing a lot of damage, but you can see Amar buying back into the game. The Faceless Void, Ori, oh my god, he gets the Chronosphere off just at the last moment, and Monet, he'll find one. Trying to focus now onto Seb. That's going to be essentially a dieback for him. Blade Fury coming in from Yuragi, but now kind of trying to retreat as BZM very low on mana himself. And OG outnumbered. XXS, he gets off his primal split again thanks to the refresher now. The damage onto Yuragi. And the sheep coming out from Amar to try to focus down this Faceless Void instead, but it looks like Yuragi might be falling. He does die, 3 dead in favor of Aster, but it's going to be a trade for the Nyx Assassin. Amar, he's going to be spotted. He just bought back a dieback for the Razor now. So Aster, a 3 versus 1, could go for the Roche, or they could try to Throne here. Is Aster. They are going to try for it. XXS does have an ultimate available, I believe. He's going to get silenced for the time being. Or is that thing bugged on the top? I'm not sure. Either way, the tier 4 tower is dead. There's only 2 members of OG are in the area. Ori has to pop his BKB just to survive through. BZM, Taiga. He actually pops his BKB, but he's trying to slow this down as much as possible. As you can see, Ori getting completely focused down, and he's dead to BZM's right click. But the complete target here from Aster is the buildings.
He's trying to kill these
Tier 4 towers are dead, and now they go for the throne. BZM living on a sliver of HP. Finally, the Primal Split comes out. The GGs come out. Aster secure themselves top 3. OG eliminated from the Arlington Major.